Okay, so this piece, it was written. There used to be down by in front of the Weston Bayshore Hotel. There used to be a statue by a lady named Sophie Ryder, and it was a larger than life statue of basically a rabbit with a woman's body, and she had a greyhound slumped over her shoulder. And I always thought it was a beautiful poem about statue about compassion, and I always kind of sort of had this sort of idea that I used to ride my bike down there about 2 or 3 times a week past it, and I always had this idea that one day I'd go past there and it would be gone. And sure enough, one day that happened. I went past and it was gone, and that's when I found out that a lot of public art, at least in Vancouver, is actually, there's a huge exchange program where a piece of art actually travel all over the world. And so that statue is actually now in, well, at least last I checked, it was in Bath, England. So this poem is called, and the name of the statue is called Lady Hare Holding Greyhound. The foundation she once stood on, cradling him, is an inhuman clear-cut, is a gray concrete inhuman clear-cut, a desolate summit to the rich green mound of grass. This, a thankless gravestone with no epitaph to pay tribute to them, to her, to the loss I am feeling, to that artist's skill when she shaped the two of them, the hound's draped surrender at the hands of his victim, he so small compared to her, she a truly statuesque beauty, quick-thinking rabbit head on full-figured woman body. And despite the tough molten metal of their hides and the blindness of her eyes, in this poor sculpted excuse for a briar patch, she, with the best of humanity and something I had counted on, her absence just one more disappointment. Hers was the courage to stave off the dog-eat-dough delusions of this monstrous city and these mad days, an example for fearmongers and nations and neighbors and families all turning on one another. Ignoring the treacherous stink of canine, she would lean in and whisper to him, "It's all right. So what if you are a dog? I still love you." She must have known the risk of holding her enemy so close despite the axiom that that's just where you want him. Perhaps she remembered her own run-in with the tortoise, and it would make her smile to think of how foolish and prideful she must have been for thinking she could outrun the inevitable. And in this mean world of hard angles and broken asphalt, at what seems to be the end of my own run-ragged race, I came here looking for them. My back slumped, tail between my legs too, hoping to return to the garden where the lion lays down with the lamb and the rabbit comforts the greyhound, and found them gone instead, trampled under construction boot, scared off by heavy machines that chew up compassion and spit it out as cement.